Welcome back to Designments. We're on the Bridgeport project again today, and I'm working on the control mechanism for the inverter. So it's pretty simple. You've got the setup. I'm going to run basically an on-off switch, important, the rocker switch, which forward or backwards, a little switch which basically that overrides the potentiometer for speed control. This is the last thing that needs to be fitted in the control box. It's just a plain old potentiometer, and that'll get used for controlling the speed of the motor via the variable frequency drive. So I've made a quick drawing in on shape. It's very simple. Just measured up the holes. We'll just print that out. I'll tack it to the front of the control box. We'll pop it on the mill, maybe the pillar drill, I don't know, one of the two. Anyway, cut out those holes, and we've got the lid for the box ready to accept the controls. I was going to mill this, but holding it, well, yeah, it's easier just to chain drill it. We'll clean up with the file. Got a helicopter. How the fuck that didn't manage to break, I do not know. But it didn't, so happy days. Yeah, twist drills on plastic, not cool. Here's what it looks like when I've nearly fucked it up. Well, a bit wonky there, be alright. Anyway, now for wiring it up. I've got the wiring instructions printed out here. What I'll do is mark this up. I've got some 7-core, this is UK trailer cable. It's just cheap, multi-core, multicoloured. It's got enough conductors for what I want. I've got some gland thingamabobs here. They fit that size of cable, so we'll put one in the back of the box. Coming out the back, we'll have an enclosure for the inverter there on the back. Another one of these going in. Should be nice. So I've been pretty busy off camera. Got some holes drilled in this. I kind of made this the other day. Put some holes in here, and there's a little space for it over on the head there, just kind of where the light is, you'll see in a minute. This mounts up on there, it's got the nice cable gland in the back, and this obviously goes on the front. So once I've got all the mechanical bits and pieces done, I'll start actually wiring the thing up. Time for some wiring. This shear's all wired up. It's fairly simple. The default setting, you've got 0 and 10 volt there. Where's the diagram? Here we go. Yeah. So 0 and 10 volt, they come out to that potentiometer on the front for the speed control. That will go into number 4. Forward and reverse, they're actually separate switches, so to use the rocker switch you need to go essentially through the on-off switch, or the run-not run switch, into the back of the rocker switch and then out, and that selects which line you do. So we're not quite following this diagram here because I've got an extra switch, basically an enable switch before either or. Those should be going together. That's it really. I made a bit of a boo-boo with the fixed frequency switch. Didn't like being unsoldered very much. The plastic melted and the contact came out, so you know, what can you do? Who cares? I think we're pretty much ready to put it in the box now, which is all mounted up, and once I've done that I can move the actual inverter down to where it's supposed to be, around the back and off the table. That'll be quite nice. See you in a minute. Well, the moment of truth, we're all wired in. Haha! Reverse. Oh, look at that. The belt's a little bit squeaky, maybe wants some attention in there. I think it probably wants a new belt in all fairness, but there we go. The last bit is to do is to tidy up the abomination that's up there. Hey, it works. Something the internet said was not possible.